The United States election, the race between the Democrats to be the challenger to Donald Trump in November. Now, on the weekend, we had the South Carolina, well, they had the South Carolina primary. Lots of black voters for the first time, not like the previous ones. They kept Joe Biden alive in the campaign. The former vice president had been, it looked finished, to be honest, but won this one by a huge margin over socialist Bernie Sanders. And the results also forced two candidates to drop out. Billionaire Tom Steyer, who couldn't make any head. How many billionaires do they have in this campaign? Spent $250 million, mostly of his money, to get nowhere. And Pete Buttigieg, so-called moderate and small-town mayor, he quit today. What do you make of how this is shaping up?
Well, Klobuchar should go and Elizabeth Warren should go, because there's no path to victory for either of those. And after tomorrow, you'll realise that there's no path to victory for Mike Bloomberg. It's down to two, Sanders and Biden. Well, Bloomberg, why would you vote for Bloomberg? Well, you go to a rally.
He looks like a meatball, that's why.
Are you inspired? Does he have courage? Does he believe in anything? The only thing we know he believed in, he's apologised for, stop and frisk. So no one outside New York would know him. I wonder who's paying for all those people to go to his rallies, because they're not going voluntarily. He'll do not so well tomorrow. It'll be between Biden.
Tomorrow being the
Super Tuesday.
The Super Tuesday, in 14 states, including the giant California, voted the one day.
I still think Sanders is favourite. Even despite the poll. There was a poll which said Biden would win 28-24 on Saturday, only won 50-20. So, again, another miss for the polls. Yeah. I still think Sanders is favourite. The question is, what are these superdelegates going to do? Who are, I think there's 80 or 90 superdelegates already pledged to Biden, a lot more than Sanders. So don't, everyone's saying, oh, Biden's back. Well, a week ago he was dead. So don't rule Sanders out. This guy, I think, is still the favourite.
Yeah, no, I think Michael's analysis is good. I'm not as pessimistic for Bloomberg. The power of his advertising may take votes, and you have to say take them from Biden. He's not going to take Sanders' votes. So he will Bloomberg will damage Biden, even if he doesn't do spectacularly well himself. But as Donald Trump himself and others have proved, in the American political system, money talks. And I'm not prepared to write him off yet, but what I will say is he will damage the vote of Biden and make Sanders look better than he is.